Robert Ory wants to be traded, huh? Look at that shit. I don't think so, Robert. We're not going to trade you. It's not going to happen. You're here the long haul, baby. The Rockets.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. It's Sunday night basketball. It's
the Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA.
Good Lord, that's loud. My God.
Thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. Look now, State Farm presents the starting lineups. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Kobe Bryant.
Well, the younger Kobe may have worn a different jersey number, may have been a little slimmer, but he shared a lot in common with the modern-day Kobe. The footwork, the shooting ability, the aggressive mindset, and the explosiveness to be able to score points in a hurry.
Yeah, he wasn't as lethal a finisher as he is today. And he'd twist and turn to get shots off. Very agile in the air. One more similarity, though. Once he gets it going, he immediately became hot. He still does that now.
Look at the Lakers. They've probably been looking forward to this part of the schedule for a long time. A lot of upcoming home games are slated for them here.
Checking out Los Angeles. They've done it again this season. Established themselves as one of the league's elite teams.
And, you know, that's really the mark of a great franchise, Clark, when you can do it over and over again, particularly when the expectations are high, because the pressure's on, and all you can do is continue to work and compete and try to
my God.
You've been at, and that's exactly what this team's doing. You know, Houston.
Guys, I'm going to need just a second to get myself together here.
Leaves you speechless, doesn't it, Clark? Huh? Wow.
Man, I don't blame you, Clark. That dunk was unbelievable.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Gasol, who's guarded by Johnson. Gasol, no good.
Still looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Mike Brown. What's the news there, Doris?
Kevin, he said when we get set up on defense, we can be a nuisance for any offense in the NBA. We have a group that can jump into passing lanes and push you out of your spot. As long as we're back and ready, we're tough to score on. Let's see if they can back those words up, guys.
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
I don't know, Kevin. I'm not sure they should be more focused on their opponent than they are.
There we go.
That is sort of the way it sounds, Steve, but still, I don't think a defense-first mindset is ever a bad thing.
Well, it was an eventful season for Pau Gasol a year ago. Almost got traded before the season started for Chris Paul. The NBA rescinded the deal, and Pau then went on to play for the Lakers the remainder of the season, but did not make the All-Star team.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. To the middle, Kobe, and he makes good on the layup. Kobe's got his first basket.
Slick play right there. He's so resourceful with the ball in his hands.
Going back to Pau last season, it wasn't just the one trade that got overturned. It was constant trade rumors all season long. Well, Kobe, Clark came out and said, you know, either trade him or don't trade him, but don't keep putting his name out there because it's disruptive to the team. He said that halfway through the season, they eventually kept him, of course. I think it wear on everybody, but obviously Clark it wear on Pau.
Yeah, it did. It had to, man. That's tough. It's hard not to have it wear on you a bit. The Lakers weren't getting a ton of production outside of their big three, and you know, sometimes in a situation like that, it can make sense to trade one of your very good players, but the fact that they were undecided and it didn't happen, and it was just kind of hovering, didn't do anybody any good.
Yeah.
That is good. Here's Thomas. 11 points for him in that last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And don't forget, guys, his playmaking was sensational. When he saw the floor, making the game so easy for his teammates.
And it's the Lakers on the break. It's tipped. Oh, trying for it. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. Second in rebounding, 7th in assists. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Not bad for a team that's got an awful lot of young, talented players.
And this is a team that really relied most heavily on the rebounding numbers that you talked about. I mean, at top 5, they're a team that likes to attack the lane at both ends of the floor, really control the glass on defense and try to pound you inside with the offensive boards.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
Now here's Johnson. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix.
And he gave great effort defensively.
Let's go!
A couple of block shots.
Big mistake not having more defensive pressure on him out there.
Thomas with the ball. Johnson outside. And he throws it.
Okay, Larry Johnson.
Dozing off that time.
Jesus.
Pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite. That was good.
Nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
For the Houston
Yo, what's up?
Tonight, following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, their offense struggled for almost that entire game. You know, whenever they did start to put together something during a decent stretch, it just seemed to end just as quickly as it began.
Yeah, but even so, there weren't many of those decent stretches. I mean, talk about being in a rut.
It's blocked by Shaq.
This is really ugly, guys. I mean, he can't get anything to go.
Here's Kobe. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
Wow.
The Rockets
Wow.
7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And off by Drexler.
My, oh my. Did he ever flush that one hard?
Making a statement, you're right.
Yeah, not backing down at all right there.
Now here's Kobe. He's coming off a 31-point game against Phoenix. Johnson right side. Inside to Shaq. And stolen by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Martin with the ball. And the shot is good. And the Lakers call time here. They come into this having
Ooh-wee.
the last game.
As a team in that game, they shot the
Houston
ball
is
incredibly
tough.
well, and that was the #1 reason they came out on top.
And it was no fluke. I mean, they were as in sync as you could hope for, really working hard and creating quality shots, and they did it time and time again.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Lynn against West. The dish to Douglas. Back to Lynn. That's good with a Douglas
Shit,
assist.
Jeremy Lin.
Lynn's got his first points in this one.
That's right where they wanted to go with the ball on that possession. You know, Tony Douglas had the starting point guard role early last season for the Knicks, but
Byron.
with it. He struggled with his shooting and his playmaking, so it became a season to forget for him on an individual basis as Jeremy Lin took his starting job.
Here's Douglas following the bucket by the Lakers. Outside, Lynn. 5 on the clock. Here's the screen. West with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Worthy. That's good. Worthy's
There we
got
go.
the second bucket.
Nice aggressive defensive play to make the steal and start the break.
Yeah, and I like the fact they didn't mess around with it once they got it.
And Tony Douglas, I think you'd say Clark in his first 2 seasons in the league prior to last season had been a pleasant surprise. But, you know, as Steve just said, last season was really a struggle.
Yeah, the growth isn't always going to be a straight line north. A late first rounder showed he could shoot the 3 and play tough defense, a little undersized when he has to play 2 guards. But he's still a guy that I think is going to be very productive going forward.
Here's Ori. And he
Oh!
no good. And at the end of one, both
20. On tap this Wednesday, the San Antonio Spurs go up against the Boston Celtics. It's the real.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Yeah, this team played an excellent first quarter offensively, moving the ball and getting a good flow to their offense. That's why you see those big assist totals.
Yeah, very timely passing for them, Steve, and that's why they've been able to jump out to this lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
That was not a good start.
The one-handed flush, very nice.
Yeah, nice strong finish there.
Just punched it home.
And that was strike, bringing you the close-up on that big-time play.
Nasty, nasty. Whoa.
And that look right there on Clark says it all.
He's not alone, Kevin. That was just mean right
No
there.
way.
Drexler, that's good.
Doing a nice job of knocking down jump shots, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, Steve. I mean, their mid-range game has been formidable and right on task. Really picking this defense apart.
And let's now go to the sideline to catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, for Jeremy Lin last season, an unprecedented breakthrough for a player who couldn't even get a Division I scholarship offer going into college. He said, quote, "I couldn't even get some D3 schools to look at me. That used to bother me a lot. But now as I'm getting older, I don't worry about it. It's not about proving things to other people anymore for me. It's about playing the right way." But that
Good
outside
dude.
status made him hungry.
Oh.
He said, "When I'm on the court, I try to play with all my emotion and all my heart.
Okay.
I don't really try to hold too much back."
Kevin Martin's like
Infectious enthusiasm, Doris. You see it every
turns
time
into
he steps
Jason
on the
Kidd
floor.
all of a
He
sudden.
did it
Okay.
his way, which is what I respect, and he really took the league by storm.
Here's Kobe. And another basket for the Lakers.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
The Rockets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And finished off by Drexler.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin. Kevin McHale, just one of the funniest people you've ever met. I mean, he has so many stories. That's why he was a good broadcaster. But I think that serves you well as a coach, too. You really need to keep the players entertained. It's such a long, grinding year. I'm sure he cracked a few jokes in that locker room.
And that is good. And the Rockets lead by 1. The Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Kobe. And again, it's the Lakers.
Well, after that strong start to this game, he's really picked it up here in the second.
Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And Steve, you mentioned Coach Kevin McHale and his great sense of humor. Such a great asset for a coach with all the ups and downs of the season.
Yeah, 82 games, Kevin. I mean, it's such a grind at times. You need somebody to lighten things up. You need a coach who can change things up, keep you off guard a little bit. So that sense of humor of McHale's really comes in handy.
Johnson kicks to Kobe. Shaq in the high post. That's in, coming off by Kobe.
Yeah.
This first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Thomas goes in, outside for Martin. Drexler. Shot from the wing, and he connects with the jumper. Drexler's got 12.
Seems to be getting better as this game goes on.
With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Rockets 4th.
I think free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everybody last season just had the hot hand.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Pau Gasol's checked in for Shaq. Odom comes in for Meta World Peace. James Worthy's checked in for Magic Johnson. And West subs in for Dimes.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Well, you love Lamar Odom as a combo forward. He can play either the 3 or the 4 spot. Really can be your point guard if you want him to. He handles the ball beautifully and a terrific passer. And so when you talk about his value, that's where it starts, the versatility.
Gasol with the block. Outside Odom. Kobe.
Oh.
Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. You talk about Odom's versatility. He can defend multiple positions, and he's able to do so many different things on the floor.
He's always been one of my favorite players. I've loved watching him since his days in college at Rhode Island. only spent a year there, but he's a guy who can do a little bit of everything, and when he's locked in and focused, he's extremely valuable because of his size and versatility and understanding of the game.
Bryant drains the J off the nimble drop step. Kobe's got 19 points. Here's Douglas. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Lakers leading by 3. Kobe, the pass to LaRusso. Kobe draws the double. Here's Gasol. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Here's Johnson. The offensive rebound. Here's Delfino. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Lakers shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. And Kobe, here we go, gets it to go.
Yeah.
Now it's a 7-point Laker lead.
I think he set in the tone for the entire team in this quarter. Tremendous stuff. Good action.
Gasol against Johnson. Kicks it to Douglas. Delfino. Houston moving the ball around. The Rockets with another miss.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
And Kobe throws it down home.
Beautiful offensive execution, and they're starting to extend this lead.
And they could run away with it if they get hot at the right time here.
Johnson outside. The feed to Douglas. Nailed from three-point land. Douglas has got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's his first three-pointer, so maybe that one will get him started.
Kobe against Douglas. Bryant battles through traffic and lays it in.
He's got such a good feel for his shot today, in a really good groove.
Back to Johnson. Gasol with the steal. Kobe with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. The shot's good from Gasol.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some point, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
16 seconds left here in the second. Kobe goes in. Back to West. He feeds it to Kobe. Left side, Kobe. That will count. Unbelievable shot at the buzzer.
Boy, this guy just as calm as can be.
And so we conclude the first half. Lakers lead by 10. And get ready now for the Sprint halftime show.
It'll be the Golden State Warriors.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Well, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue to carry on this kind of play into the fourth.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kevin McHale.
Get fucked.
Then it's Johnson, and it's Patterson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lakers leading by 12. Outside, Kobe launches a 3, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Boy, he's been so dependable here this game, really playing well offensively.
Now, here's Thomas. Not a lot of room. Johnson dishes to Thomas. Pass to Martin. Tries to keep it alive. Thomas kicks to Martin. Gasol with the steal. Here's Kobe. There's the bucket. Good. Kobe's got 34 points.
3 for 3. You got to like this hot start in the third quarter.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Thomas passes to Patterson. Back to Thomas. Martin. He's guarded by Johnson. Looking to end the run. And there's Martin. That's good on the assist by Thomas. And it's 6 points for Martin.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just
Oh!
him out if he was a bit more assertive. Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay. Patterson, that's good.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Timeout called the Lakers. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And over the course of last season, they dropped the majority of their games when facing this team.
That's good. Dimes got his second basket of the night.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
You know, going back to Steve's point, this series was not one of the highlights of the season last year.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect them to come out on the wrong end of that series, but it happened that way, and we'll see what happens going forward.
He kicks to Drexler. Back to Thomas. Drexler right side. Over Johnson. And there's Clyde Drexler on the assist by Thomas. Drexler's got 14.
That's 3 for 4 field goal shooting here in the third, so offensively, they're looking good.
Drexler with the steal.
Wow, what a throwdown. Yeah.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Call it game time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You got to just shake your head on that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Thomas dishes to Drexler. And Patterson kicks to Martin. Cans the 12-footer. He's got 8.
The comeback.
Lakers leading by 11. Here's Dimes. Lakers passing it around. They double team Kobe. Shaq. Baseline J on the way. Shaq can't get that one to fall. And Kevin Martin the bucket on the assist by Thomas. That's 10 points for Martin.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this one.
I pressed the wrong button.
I
pressed the wrong button.
Offensively, he makes a lot of three-pointers, and he gets to the line at will. He's quick, and he develops angles on his drives where he draws a lot of contact, forcing the officials to call fouls.
Unloads from 13. Shaq can't get that one to fall. And here's Houston. They're on a 15-4 run right now. From 12 feet out, here's Johnson. Takes it up for the stop.
Step aside, step aside. We've got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
And going back to what you said about Kevin Martin, Steve, 2 seasons ago, he was 3rd in the league in three-pointers made. And Clark, he was 1st in the league in free throws made. What in the world's happened to this guy?
Yeah, that's the most unusual combination you'll see statistically, I think, Kevin. You don't get fouled much when you're shooting from the outside, but he has a tremendous knack when he's healthy and at his best for getting into the paint and drawing fouls, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Lamar Odom is checked in for Shaq. Worthy comes in for Pau Gasol. And West subs in for Kobe. And Kevin Martin the bucket on the assist by Thomas.
Okay.
It's just a 3-point Laker lead.
He's really ramping it up now.
Johnson, the pass to Odom. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
His defense is porous right now. I mean, way too many looks coming from inside the paint.
Now, it's 4 straight buckets now in the paint, and anybody in the NBA is going to make shots from there.
Dimes, and there's another one for the Lakers. Rockets trail by 7. Thomas dishes to Johnson.
Oh.
Ridiculous. What a move. Tore it down that time. I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Odom kicks it over to Worthy. Back to Odom. And stolen by Patterson. Here's Thomas. That's good. Thomas got 8 points.
Wow, where would they be without all these easy points off turnovers?
Well, it certainly has made things a lot easier for them on offense, that's for sure, Steve. You turn the team over, you usually don't have to worry about set defense.
Here's Odom, and the Lakers tack on 2 more. Rockets trail by 5. Lynn kicks to Patterson. Back to Lynn. West with the steal. 3-on-3 with the lead pass. Leaps for it. And stolen by Patterson. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Lynn's running.
Oh, my God.
Thomas. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 14 assists. And there's the pass to Johnson. Dishes it to West. Shoots over Lynn. And there's Jerry West on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Thomas kicks to Martin. Fires for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
Yeah,
and that's
damn.
15 points for Martin.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Patterson against Odom. He dishes it to West. Back to Odom. Shoots over Lynn. That's good from Odom on the assist from West. And that's now 9 points for Lamar Odom. Outside, Lynn passes to Patterson. So both teams changing it up here. There's 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Douglas kicks to Parsons. Over to Saul. Parsons' shot is off. Shaq passes to Kobe. Got it off in time. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a great game. Both teams play.
On tap.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up, and we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game segment. Doris?
Well, Kevin, our uncontainable game in this one, the stretch by the Lakers. Everything started working out for them in the 2nd period of the game, and they hope to keep that momentum going through this
What kind of bullshit is that? Come on, man.
And I think we can all agree the whole flow to their game sort of gelled at that point. Don't you think, Steve?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Everything came together for them all at once. I mean, their shots started dropping one after another at one end, and then at the other end, they went into lockdown mode defensively.
Yeah, it was truly a good stretch for them, Steve. All they needed were a few things to kind of click into place, and then they were rolling on all cylinders.
So with Worthy sitting on the bench, this is the group Mike Brown has right now. We've got Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson,
Hell yeah.
Pau Gasol. Then there's Kobe, and it's Dimes in at the 1 spot. Feeds to O'Neal.
Oh.
And stolen by Patterson. Parsons dishes to Johnson. Rebounded by the Lakers. They led by as many as 18 points. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to
Jerry can slam.
Here's Dimes. Pulls up.
Oh, no.
On that shot, and it's off the mark.
What am I doing?
Offline
What am I doing?
3. Rockets trail by 4. Thomas kicks to Parsons. Houston moving it around. Back to Drexler. The dish out to Thomas. Shoots over Kobe. And there's Isaiah Thomas, the assist by Drexler.
Holy shit.
Used to be a shootout.
Boy, I'm a fan as well as a commentator, and I love this fast-paced action. I mean, it's going back and forth, back and forth.
They double-team Kobe. Patterson bringing the double. Drexler and wrestling for it.
Oh, my God.
We'll have a jump ball.
Fuck.
And the Rockets with possession here. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since.
And then a reach-in foul?
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. West is checked in for Dimes. And then for Houston, Martin comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Isaiah Thomas.
Oof.
Drexler gets the bucket.
Man.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now Kobe. Right side, Kobe. Shaq against Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kobe. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Climbed all over him like he was on the
Dude, I was up by
ladder.
14 on these guys.
Over the back call there.
Here's Drexler. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And the thing I admire about him is his
Come on,
poise.
Kobe. Take
He
over,
always looks
bitch.
Cool and
Ah!
doesn't matter if it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter. He's got that same expression on his face.
And I'd say this about him too. I mean, if you're the guy defending him, you better be on your toes because he can take you off the dribble very easily and effectively.
Good.
Damn.
Drexler's got 11
Right
in
past
the second
Kobe
half.
there.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not? Anytime they've needed a hoop, he's taken over one shot after another. Boy, is he playing well.
West against Lang. Here's Drexler. Yes. And a
Oh
nice assist
my
from
God.
Lang. Drexler's got 8 here in the quarter.
Clyde the
This is the kind
Glide.
of one-man performance that can win games for a team.
Yeah, he's unflappable, Steve. He doesn't seem rattled at all by the score and is now 4 for 4 in the quarter.
And he's performing at such a high level. That's why they're in the lead right now.
Goes baseline.
Dude ran over 3 people.
Hits it. Well,
What
done
the fuck?
second effort. And the Rockets lead by 1.
This game very well could come down to a few possessions, and if that's the case, rebounding could play large.
Yeah, in a close game like this one, securing the ball is so vital. As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
Johnson's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for Houston. Isaiah Thomas checked in for Jeremy Lin. Thomas goes in, and Johnson with the block. Martin for 3. That's good.
Ain't no way.
14 points here in the second half.
After a subpar first half, I like the way he's been much more aggressive here in the second, finding a way to hit his shots and get more shots.
Johnson, the pass to Gasol. And good
Let's go!
by Magic Johnson. And it's 8 points for Pau Gasol.
Kevin, I think he's got to demand the ball. They need him to be more aggressive if they're going to take control of this game.
Thomas kicks to Patterson. He passes to Drexler. Shoots over Kobe. And there's Clyde Drexler on the assist by Patterson.
Son of a bitch.
Patterson's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Dimes. He's guarded by Thomas. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Right side, Kobe.
He got it blocked! No! Clyde Drexler blocks the shot!
Closer.
No!
Kicks it to Patterson.
Oh my God.
It goes.
Got to be very careful with this team. They can be really strong inside if they get good position.
Well,
Oh.
you give up that kind of deep position, Steve, you're done. It's over.
Let's go, Jerry.
Dimes got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. It was a pretty upbeat huddle. He said, I'll bet they won't take us lightly next time, guys. Clearly, he was aware of their underdog status coming into this basketball game, guys.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Houston in the lead. Thomas kicks to Johnson. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Gasol with the defensive effort. Here's Dimes. Fires from deep. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, after all those struggles in the
Jerry!
Now, here's Thomas. Defense is right there. Johnson. Good.
Oh, man.
That is a huge basket right there.
came through there with a key basket.
Yeah, that was huge. Stepping up when it matters most.
Now the feed to Johnson. He feeds it to O'Neal.
No!
Pass to Kobe. Ring shot on the way.
No! Kobe misses the fucking shot!
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Thomas passes to Martin.
Oh.
Sinks it.
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open three.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
Well, what do you think, Clark? Do you go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available. You get the best shot as quickly as you can.
Here's Dimes. They could win it.
Oh my God! He missed the 3.
And Clark, you know, it was quite an ailment.
Fuck!
That was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on
God damn.
For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
I made the Rockets way too good.
Here is your Jordan player of the game,
Clyde Drexler. Dude was a goddamn animal. Man. Drips put up 17 and Bryant put up 44, but the rest of the team just couldn't do shit. Look at their team. Balanced. Fuck. No, they get the Bobcats from here. I forgot. The Nets. Okay. Just proof you can't like let up on these bitches ever.
Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports' presentation of the NBA. I'm Damon Bruce. The NBA season now getting into...
The hardest difficulty is like playing on Dark Souls, you know?
They're lined up for you today as the Brooklyn Nets come in for this one. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Lakers. Back on the road tomorrow.
That was...
Well, they're entering a bit of a soft...
Yeah, we tried to set the tone.
Guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
You know, right now for the Lakers, they've come out strong. I mean, sitting high atop the standings in the early going. A bit surprising, but very impressive, too.
Well, such a talented roster, Clark, and they're leaving no doubt. I mean, this is a team with a chance to go all the way.
So the next starting 5. The duo inside, Chris Humphries and Brook Lopez. Darren Williams and Marshawn Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, we've got Shaquille O'Neal. Pau Gasol is out there with Magic Johnson. Then there's
Alright, let's get some defense going here.
The shooting guard position.
Pretty significant laps there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups, defensively, you're in huge trouble.
The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
Pretty lazy effort defensively that night from them, guys. You know, I know that it sounds harsh, but hey, I speak the truth.
Yes, you do. Where were the adjustments is my question. I mean, the coaching staff didn't seem to realize, as everyone else watching did, that changes had to be made defensively. They never moved on anything.
Another shot, and Lopez with the nice bucket inside.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
We'll now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Avery Johnson.
Obviously, he has a lot on his plate great when it comes to defending against Kobe Bryant. I asked him what he might do, and he said not much. He's one of the league's all-time best scorers, and no matter what you seem to do, he finds ways to get on the scoreboard. Kobe might be seeing a lot of double teams here tonight, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris.
They're coming out strong, guys. That's 4 for 5 from the field.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, Clark.
Staples Center was just an unwelcoming venue all around last season, and the Lakers did their part by defending the home court not only with pride, but passion, too.
Shots good by Williams. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Oh, trying for it. Back to Johnson. Outside, Kobe. Kicks it to O'Neal. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Shaq's got 6 points. Lakers always tough, as you mentioned, Clark, here at home. And last year, no different. Ended up 26-7 here inside the Staples Center. It was a big part, Steve, of why they were able to win the Pacific Division.
Well, any team that is a serious championship contender, Kevin, is going to control its home floor. And the Lakers, despite the fact that they lost in the conference semifinals, they were a contender, and they controlled their home floor pretty much all season long.
Here's Kobe after Joe Johnson's score. Kobe kicks to Johnson. Here's Dimes. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And it's his poise at the offensive end that impresses me most. This guy is unflappable.
And Williams, here we go. He kicks it to Johnson. Offensive rebound. Shaq with some nice D.
No.
Interior defense there. Good rotation.
No.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Now here's Kobe. Last time out he had 44 points. The dish to O'Neal. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 3 assists now in this one.
The confidence grows when you start a game as hot as he has.
And he's picking the right shots, guys. I mean, he's making it happen. 4 for 4 from the field and just taking good shots.
It's Brooks on the wing, guarded by Kobe. They get it back. Lopez. And it's good. Terrific.
Dude, I thought Powell came down with that ball.
Well, not only does he excel at getting those offensive rebounds, but he's really good getting putbacks and layups off of those boards.
Here's Kobe.
Tough season for Brook Lopez last year, guys. He broke his foot just before the season opener, needed surgery, and missed several months of action. So for a young player looking to take the next step in his progression, that was really a setback.
You know, he's yet to miss in the quarter. Flawless efficiency from the field. I like it.
Back to Williams. Humphrey sets a pick for Williams. Now the pass to Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Williams jacks up a 3. And the Nets, another 3. And Brook Lopez actually only ended up playing 5 games last season after that injury.
Yeah, and for big men, you start talking about foot injuries, that can really be an issue. So hopefully it's behind them. You think about all the extra weight and torque that big guys put on their feet. Let's hope Brook Lopez, an outstanding offensive center, is healthy and as he was his first couple of
Shaq can't be stopped this game.
Worthy's checked in for the Lakers. West comes in for Kobe. Here is Watson, following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. Here is Bogans. The feed now to Green. And it's rejected. Fast break, here we go. To the middle, deflects the pass. Stolen by Bogans. 1:05 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, that's
Both
just bad
sides really coming
basketball.
out of the gate firing here.
Guys, they look like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
Nice shot by Worthy. Worthy's got his first basket of the night.
And Kevin, he's always aggressive offensively, but it seems like late in the game, he just becomes an assassin. And when the game is in the balance, that's when he's at his best.
And quite honestly, I think his finishing ability sets him apart as well. I mean, he's more than comfortable attacking the heart of the defense and finishing over it.
Here's Dimes. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
Yeah, no question. You look at his assist totals. I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing, really spreading that ball around. Made that one look easy, didn't they?
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Lamar Odom, he's checked in for Shaq. Russo comes in for James Worthy. Horry's checked in for Magic Johnson. And Kobe is subbed in for Dimes. Brooks misses.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Kobe, he's guarded by Williams. Kobe, no luck.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Over Odom. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got 7.
Boy, they better D up on Williams or it could be trouble.
Come on.
First quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far.
Tune in.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, Clark and Steve, what do you guys think about what they have or haven't been doing?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive.
Better like little fucking banger group out right now.
Second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Darren Williams and Marshawn Brooks manning the backcourt. The duo inside, Chris Humphries and Brook Lopez. And it's Johnson in at small forward. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Kevin, last season certainly a difficult one for Lamar Odom. An aborted trade to New Orleans upset him, and after asking to be traded, he struggled to produce in Dallas. But the impetus for his struggles may go back further. A series of tragedies that summer stirred up painful feelings for Odom, who has suffered a number of difficult losses over the years. He debated taking a sabbatical from the game prior to the start of the season, but was dissuaded by friends and family. Now, Kevin, with time to heal, he's hoping to make a successful return.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Doris.
And this really is such an interesting time for the Nets because the move to Brooklyn, I think, has elevated the image of that franchise. You know, they used to be the little brothers to the Knicks and, you know, playing across the river in New Jersey. But now they basically are sharing the spotlight in the Big Apple, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, Nets are now in one of the premier locations, Steve, for any sports franchise, even if it was a short move. And I think, Clark, with that move, the whole mindset has seemingly changed.
Well, you can certainly call them a big market team now, and a lot of free agents will probably be interested in signing there. So definitely they've got a working advantage in their favor now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Pau Gasol has checked in for LaRusso. Worthy comes in for Meta World Peace. Magic Johnson, he checked in for Ward. And it's Dimes in for Byron Scott. Here's Johnson following the 3 by the Lakers. They get it again. Good on the shot.
What are they doing?
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Back to Worthy. Down goes the slam.
Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, finish. That was nice.
And the Lakers with some changes. Shaq's checked in for Gasol. Odom comes in for James Worthy. And Kobe is subbed in for West. And then for Brooklyn, Stackhouse comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Bogan's in for Marshawn Brooks. Here is Bogans. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Here's Williams. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And the Nets lead by 6.
Just adds to what has already been a great day for him.
Now here's Kobe. Tries from 16. Evans grabs the board.
And head coach Mike Brown, a very defensive-minded guy, worked as an assistant in San Antonio for years under Greg Popovich. And last year, his first with the Lakers, they were much improved defensively.
Now here's Odom. Johnson hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
Outside Williams. Dishes it to Green. The monster one-hand slam.
The one-handed flush, very nice.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there.
Just punched it home.
And you talk about the defensive first philosophy for Coach Mike Brown. Steve, it certainly helps to have the size the Lakers do inside to use that kind of system, to use that philosophy.
That's right, Kevin. And remember, they had the same philosophy in San Antonio when Mike Brown was an assistant.
Kobe's struggling in this game.
And Robinson. So with the Lakers size now, it's a similar defensive scheme, forcing everything to the baseline, into the help, make players shoot over the top of the Laker bigs. And it's been a blueprint for success for Mike Brown, not only in L.A., but Cleveland, Indiana, and San Antonio as well.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Russo's checked in for Shaq. Ori comes in for Lamar Odom. And West subs in for Dimes.
Well, after that strong start to this game, he's really picked it up here in the second.
West dishes to Kobe. With the fadeaway. And the Lakers check on two more. Nets leading by 3. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. And Williams, here we go. Good off the drop step.
Fucking getting torched by Darren Williams,
well,
man.
He's smart. He's getting good shots, and he's knocking them down. You know, last season, Darren Williams was really the one marquee star player to play abroad during the lockout. Signed a contract to play in Turkey, took his family with him. And I think it was probably a great life experience for Darren. Then, of course, he came back as soon as the lockout ended and rejoined New Jersey.
Meta World Peace, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a change for the Nets. C.J. Watson, he's checked in for Marshawn Brooks. Williams against West. Watson kicks to Williams. From the arc. And they call over the back here. Too much
No way.
Aggressive play. Trying
My
to get that
God.
a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Well, it didn't take long for Brook Lopez to become a factor in the middle. As soon as he came into this league, he was scoring and rebounding at a pretty good rate. And, you know, you watch him, he's not overwhelming, but he's got a nice set of low post moves, and he's athletic enough to get those shots off from either block.
Something else with Brooks, Steve, is he's
Easy
such a player
shots,
that it's
just
very hard
missing.
for him to have an off game. His game doesn't
Terrible
fluctuate.
fouls.
He's pretty steady. He'll find a
We're
way to score
collapsing
either
here.
from the line, with his excellent free throw shooting, or with his back to the basket.
And he makes the first. And going back to Darren Williams, he ended up playing 15 games in Turkey before the lockout concluded. And
Kevin, the team actually retired his jersey after just 15 games. I mean, that would have to be the shortest retirement jersey-worthy career in the history of pro sport.
And the Lakers making a change here. You saw.
What a huge play.
Not looking good here, is it?
You let him get
Jesus.
to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
He's more than capable. You're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir. And for a point guard to finish like that, I mean, that is just special. Boy, it was so interesting last year with the Nets when you think about the owner. He was so involved when he first came over, and he was all over the TV, be interviewed constantly. Last year, he was nowhere to be found because he was busy with a presidential campaign.
Byron with back-to-back threes.
So interesting to see if he returns to his more visible ways as the owner of the Nets.
And it's Meta World Peace with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And with the move you would think that the waiting period is over now for their owner, and he might become, I would think, Clark maybe
missed them both
as he initially was.
That very well might be the case, Kevin, as he was a big advocate.
Oh, 3 threes in a row for Byron fucking Scott. Let's go.
Going forward, time will tell.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Byron.
This is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And it's the one chance these fans will have to witness this matchup all season long. The only time they meet in this building.
And with this quick break in play, let's take a look now and select from a group of point guards that have been killing it from three-point range over the last 10 games. And here you look at Dimes, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
Well, a lot of the point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the ball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters right there.
No question about it, Steve. And being able to knock down the three ball as well as this group can makes them so much more effective at the point guard spot. It really causes problems for the defense.
The kick out to Worthy. Puts up a three.
He ain't gonna make it. Oh, shit.
Their biggest lead of the game
That was a bad call.
And as for what Steve just touched on, Clark, what effect do you think that will have on this game?
Well, Kevin, one thing about it is that the players will really have to rely on the coaching staff a lot more for their preparation because this is such an unfamiliar opponent for them.
That drops. Dimes got 9.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
From deep, Green. That's in coming off an assist from Johnson. Green's got 7 points for the quarter.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing
Holy
a
shit.
three-point battle like this.
And
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, I'm Damon Bruce. For the Knicks, they'll be up against the Hornets out in New Orleans. A little clash of the conferences there. That one gets going at 7 Eastern. And another game that's coming up out.
welcome back as we return here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. It's been one outstanding game from Deron Williams.
Yeah, he's done a great job of finding the soft spots in that defense. Yeah, very efficient game for him so far.
Yeah, and I like what he's done, Steve. I mean, he's made a couple of jumpers here or there, but what he's really done impressively is allow the game to come to him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Lakers. Kobe is out there with Dimes. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Nets leading by 4.
Guys, you talk about
get out of here.
With 5+
Get out of here.
NBA coaching experience as a head coach, he got his start on that great Mavericks team. He's the fastest coach in NBA history to get to 150 wins. That says a lot.
Johnson guarded by Kobe. Brooks the pass to Williams. Humphries. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Humphries has got his 3rd basket of the night. Back to Shaq. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Johnson outside. 4 on the shot clock. It's good from long range. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
And going back to what Clark mentioned with Avery Johnson, you know, that first full season as a head coach with Dallas.
Can't even get near him.
And the team made it all the way to the finals. Not bad for a rookie.
Pass to Brooks. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Lopez kicks to Johnson. Open look. Nice second effort. Good job staying with it. Timeout called the Lakers. Without question, Deron Williams displaying his skills today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And how about the season last year for Brook Lopez? Well, let's take a look at some numbers here.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter.
You know, the Lakers have long been the pride of the West for the better part of the century, but every so often they can hit tough stretches, and last year they had a hard time with the East.
You know, and I think it goes without saying, guys, but his strength at body control, scoring in close, that's what makes him special. You can see it with the shooting percentages inside. I mean, he's a tremendous finisher.
And he really is a tough guy to go up against because he throws his weight around so often and with reckless abandon. I mean, it can really wear you down physically.
Kobe against Brooks. Into Brook Lopez. Fades and shoots. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Yeah,
They
right.
just couldn't do what the rest of the Western Conference playoff teams did against the East. And the Lakers, Steve, were 9 up and 9 down, right at 500.
Yeah, kind of surprising given that the East was the weaker conference for sure. I would have expected a better record from the Lakers. They really got off to a slow start, particularly on the road, and I think that cost them a little bit at the end.
Williams dishes to Johnson. Johnson off the pick from Lopez. And it's Johnson penetrating. Now Humphries inside. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
What I like about Darren Williams, guys, is he's not the fastest point guard, but he's a terrific ball handler, and he's incredibly deceptive and strong. Got that thick body, but that quick change of pace makes it almost impossible to stay in front of him.
Back to Lopez. Takes the 13-footer. The rebound by Johnson.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Kobe gets the bucket. You know, Clark, when you talk about Darren Williams and his ball handling ability, his crossover, one of the deadliest in the NBA.
And it's deadly because it's so tight. He can operate that crossover in really tight space. He'll use it to go by you or to sidestep into his pull-up jumper. It's definitely one of his signature attributes.
So they take the lead. 14 points for Kobe Bryant.
Well, they really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
Outside Williams. Feeds it to Humphries. Over Gasol. Humphries with the bucket. Humphries has got 8 points in the quarter.
But what a streak he's on. He's just one of those guys who can really catch fire.
Inside to Shaq. That's good. And the Lakers lead by 2.
He has taken over this game, guys. I don't know what else you can say about him.
He dishes it to Lopez. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. It's on Shaq.
Trash.
Kind of a bizarre offseason for Brook Lopez. So many rumors that he was heading to Orlando in a sign and trade for Dwight Howard. And Lopez ends up just signing with the Nets. The trade fell through. Lopez gets the big extension with Brooklyn, and now he'll be a part of this team for years to come.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Russo's checked in for Shaq. Worthy comes in for Pau Gasol. And West subs in for Dimes. Watson, the pass to Humphries. He feeds it to Lopez. Takes it from 10.
Oh, get out. Come on. That was clean.
Right there.
Steve,
That was clean.
He got a good deal and has a chance to have his name out of trade talks for a few seasons as he continues to grow as a player. I like what he brings. He's got good hands and a nice shooting touch for a big guy.
And the Lakers with some changes. Odom comes in for LaRusso. And it's Dimes in for West. And the Nets also making a change. Johnson's checked in. Ring shot on the way. Kobe Bryant again. Kobe's got 9 points now in just the second half. 1:56 left to play in the third. From deep, Johnson. That is good.
Well, he wasn't going to miss that. I mean, they were way too late to get to him out there.
Well, a new city, a new logo and color scheme for the Nets. Looks kind of sharp and snappy from where I'm standing. Very simple with just the black and the white.
Watson kicks to Johnson. That's good. Johnson's got 13. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Here's Dimes. 9 points in the game so far. Johnson dishes to Odom. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Odom's got his first 3 points of the game. Going back to the Nets logo, owner Jay-Z designed it, and he does well to bridge the past with, Steve, what they hope is a new beginning.
Well, Brooklyn is such a cool place, and of course they have the history of the Brooklyn Dodgers being there. But anytime you can be a part of the New York culture and the fabric that Brooklyn is, I think it makes a big difference. And I think this logo, this franchise, this look will really catch on with fans quickly.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Shaq's checked in for Odo. World Peace comes in for James Worthy. And Horry's subbed in for Magic Johnson. And a new group in for the Nets. Reggie Evans, who's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Chris Humphries. Arshon Brooks is checked in for Keith Bogans. And Darren Williams is subbed in for C.J. Watson.
Get fucked, Darren Williams.
All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Right side, Williams. And the foul called on Dimes. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Shaq, and it's Johnson in for Horry. Brooks against Kobe. Brooks with it. 11 points in the game. Williams, that's a two-pointer. They grab their own miss. Passes it to Green. From outside the arc. The kick out to Williams. And taken away by Magic. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Lakers lead by 1. Live.
This Wednesday.
The Lakers in the lead. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's who Avery Johnson's going with. The duo inside, Chris Humphries and Brook Lopez. Darren Williams and Arshon Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Bogans in at the 3 spot. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Gasol.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
Kicks to Bogans. He kicks to Lopez. The kick out to Williams. Shot is no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Outside Gasol. Johnson over Bogans. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Gasol. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Williams kicks to Bogans. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 7th assist in the game. Back to Worthy. Jams it with authority.
Now, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you got to try to do more to slow him down. You can't play him so soft near the hoop.
Bogans kicks to Williams. Into Brook Lopez. The kick out to Williams. Clock at 6. Back to Lopez. Gasol with the steal. Humphries with the steal. Dunked hard.
No way did Chris Humphries steal the ball. Like, get out of here. Chris Humphries.
You know, with the Lakers, it's all about winning titles. Anything else is considered a disappointment. And they were tested early, though.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Shaq comes in for James Worthy. Kobe is subbed in for Dimes. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
And the pace has really ramped up in the second half.
Steve, I like the re-energized effort here. I mean, it's been a battle.
Go back to that matchup for the Lakers against Denver. Kobe's illness. He had the stomach flu. Artest out with the suspension. Meta World Peace. You know, had gotten the late regular season suspension with the elbow to the side of the head of James Harden. Steve, they were certainly facing their struggles.
Yeah, and those struggles caught up to them in the next round, Kevin, when they lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder, the younger, more talented team winning in that one. So for
That
the
was a
Lakers,
bad
moving
call.
Forward, they've got a lot of talent, but it's aging talent. And sooner or later, they're going to have to get younger on that roster.
And Gasol gets it to go.
They're just giving up a ton of three-pointers.
Yeah, you know, it's tough to close out on a team when they space the floor and they've got guys that can shoot it that way and they've got it going, but you got to find a way.
And that one's good.
No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
There's the dish to O'Neal. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Kobe can't hit.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Williams. And the dunk by Humphries.
I love that
Humphries.
aggression. Forget about the tip. Just
Yeah,
grab
right.
the thing and slam it home.
Well, one away to get second chance points.
Yeah, don't take any risks. Just put that ball back in the hoop.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He said nobody but us believed we'd be in this position, and here we are. I'm proud of you guys tonight. Now go finish this thing off.
Dimes, he's checked in for West. Now Williams. Johnson is guarded by Johnson. Takes a shot at the elbow. Out to Brooks. The 15-footer, good.
You know, they've really had the upper hand in rebounding all game long. If the game stays this close, rebounding could play a big part in the end.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a big advantage for them here, and they've certainly needed it.
And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Shaq's got 14 points here in the second half.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it and look to finish the play right there.
The free throw off from O'Neal.
A lot of teams in the East have trouble with teams out west, Kevin, and the Nets were no exception to that. They were 6-12 in 18 games against the Western Conference.
So it's the Lakers now. It's a three-point game. Here's Dimes. The pass to O'Neal with the shot. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. Thinking back to the Nets, that is actually the same winning percentage, Clark, we were just talking about that they had against the East. So at least they know they can handle teams out west. And I guess, Steve, that's a glimmer of hope.
Well, the way I look at it, Kevin, if you're bad against the East, you're probably going to be bad against the West. And that's what happened with Brooklyn last year. They were just bad.
Lakers leading by 3. Johnson kicks to Kobe. Right side, Kobe. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
He is always so in control, guys. Even when he's going hard to the hoop, very skilled finisher.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Bitches.
Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Brooks against Kobe. Kobe with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Kobe Bryant.
Exclamation point right there, guys. That was a strong throwdown finish.
It was, and a little extra face time as he eases off the iron.
Well, it's about self-preservation, guys. Sometimes that's the safest route. Make sure you don't have any bodies or feet or ankles below you, and then calmly let yourself down to the floor.
Humphries, there's just no way.
Brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff.
Take a look at what Humphrey's been doing. He's got 17 points, and he's been credited with the steal today as well.
Well, I'm sure he's happy to have a defensive contribution that he can point to in the box score.
First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Lakers leading by 6. Kobe draws it up. Fades. Humphries gets the rebound. Humphries has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Brooks, the pass to Williams. Shoots over Kobe, and it's Williams. That time the assist by Brooks. 25 points for Darren Williams. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves, has so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch. And you got to love what he's been able to do with the ball in his hands in this game.
.55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Humphries. Johnson. Humphries with a screen on Johnson. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kobe with the steal. Ahead, Dimes. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. And it's a 9-point Laker lead.
And that one should
I think we got this one.
Doubt about the outcome of this game. This thing's over.
Now it's just a matter of what the winning margin's going to be.
Outside Williams. The feed to Humphries. Here's Lopez. And
okay.
points on the layup.
Fucking Brook Lopez, a little spin move there. Okay.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kobe goes in, and it's blocked. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. It's Scott on the wing. Blocked, but they get it back. Here's world peace. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, the outcome is not in question now. They've got it all wrapped up.
Agreed. I mean, they're just looking to simply run the clock out now.
Dishes it to Stackhouse. There's the triple. Second shot opportunity and blocked. And they'll keep possession. And so the Lakers take the win.
Hell yeah.
These guys had the
Man.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
They make you work for it, man.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Shaq.
Who's gonna run this town tonight? 15 for Drips, 30 for Kobe, and 30 for Shaq. Shaq had a monster game. Drips with 12 assists, had a double-double. Hell yeah. Double-double, baby. Magic always has like a bunch of fucking assists too. You just never feel like you see it. It's weird. Blow the whistle. All these people want like trades and shit because of because of all the superstars on their teams. Next game, we got the Kings. Very nice. At the Kings as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Actually, beautiful. Fucking 8-3. Not bad for the hardest difficulty. Alright. I got it out of my system for now. Nice short little stream of some, you know, NBA. I don't know if I'm going to stream today. I'm kind of like low energy. Kind of need to chill. So I might just edit, get some clips, that kind of thing.